The reason why a customer did not like her $750 cell phone. This happened a few months ago, but just got reminded of it recently. So backstory. I work in the wireless department in a big department store. The wireless section is outsourced and technically I don't work for said department store and I'm really only able to do transactions related to cell phones. That said, if I'm not busy with a wireless customer, I'll go and help customers who are looking for stuff. I've worked here long enough that I know where a lot of stuff is and sometimes electronics is understaffed. So one time I have someone come by looking for batteries. Those little button kinds, usually a CR2032. Well, a lot of customers have trouble finding the right size so I lead her to the batteries area and help her pick out the battery. I then gave a short I'm actually part of the wireless center here, if you ever need help with a cell phone. Etc. Etc. Oh, actually since you're here, I did have an issue with my cell phone. She mentioned that she recently got a new cell phone and she wasn't happy with it. I asked if she got it from our store, or any of the locations we had, and she didn't. She got the phone directly from the carrier. She didn't have the phone with her, but she said she got the latest model for a particular line of phones. By the way, I'm in Canada. So for high-end cell phones, this one was about $750, usually you'd have to go for a 2-year term of at least $80 a month with a $200 to $300 upfront device cost. Recently they dropped the minimum rate for some carriers to $70, but at the time it was still minimum $80 per month. I asked her what was wrong with it. It doesn't call fast enough. That struck me as odd. At first I assumed that she meant that little pause between pressing the call button and when it starts ringing when the phone is trying to connect. I probed for a bit more detail. Well, she goes on to say how she always listens to the radio and how there's always these contests where a certain caller number will win some sort of money prize or concert tickets or whatever. And she's annoyed that she's never able to call into the radio stations or when she does she doesn't win. I'm pretty baffled at this. I basically reply that there's got to be tons of people trying to call at the same time and there are a ton of factors as to whether or not she would be able to get through. She was annoyed because she thought that this model was supposed to be the best phone in the market. She then asks how other people are able to call in and win these contests. Again, it's pretty much chance. I just replied saying maybe they programmed the phone to have the stations on speed dial or maybe they had an app that helps them dial repeatedly or faster. She then asks what an app was. And I had to explain what apps are and how she can get apps on the phone. Lastly, she asked me if I knew what phones people who are winning radio contests are using. No. I don't. I then went back to my manager and the conversation went something like. So yeah, she got a phone model and isn't happy with it. Why? She says she's not winning radio contests. Stop there. I'm done.